I personally just want to accomplish awareness of the cause of ending the war and progressing the future.
And what would be something that you would ask somebody who either they were apathetic or felt disenfranchised by the system and just didn't participate?
It doesn't take a whole lot. I mean, you don't have to march in a march, you don't have to do a whole lot, but just being aware is the first step of just being aware of what's going on and what you can do to change it.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
We just want to send a positive message about the American public's need for change right now. We're just unhappy with the current political situation and want to see that changes are made in the administration in the upcoming election.
Nice. And what would be a question that you would ask somebody who was either apathetic or felt too disenfranchised to participate?
Well, I hope that nobody feels too disenfranchised to participate. I myself wasn't even planning on being part of this. I was just walking past and he invited me to come help out. So, I don't know.
Thank you, hon.
I hope to show the world that democratic elections are not enough. This is the nation of by and for the people, and if we want real change, it has to come from the people.
Nice. And what question you would ask somebody that's either too apathetic or they feel too disenfranchised to get involved?
This is your world. Who do you think is going to change it for you?
Well, I think for me the message is that you cannot rely on the electoral system, that the people have to do it themselves. You can't put your faith in a presidential candidate or anybody else. That's probably the message.
Okay, and what would be something you would ask someone who feels too disenfranchised or apathetic to participate?
Organize. Organize locally. And this is over wherever you are, organize.
Well, personally, we're out here just to put some pressure on Barack Obama to start looking at some of the core issues that have just been turned to the wayside over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
So, as you can see in our sign, I'm really frustrated with, a lot of Obama's support of nuclear energy, of coal. That's not the speak of a progressive candidate. That's middle America right there. And, there's a possibility of offshore oil drilling. There's a lot of things we're just trying to call attention to some of the policies that are not so progressive that Barack Obama supports. Yeah. So we're just asking people the question. We're not telling people not to vote for Barack Obama or to vote for John McCain. We're Green Party supporters, but we're not telling people to vote Green either. We're just trying to bring a couple of these core issues back to the forefront.
Nice. And what would be something you would ask somebody who is either too apathetic or too disenfranchised to participate, or they feel they're too disenfranchised?
To participate in this rally or to participate in society in general?
Participate in activism.
In activism? What do I tell them?
What would you ask them?
What would I ask them? I guess I would ask them to participate in protecting our education. Just taking a look at the state of our nation in terms of our educational and healthcare system. Just to think about that, and then start from there. I think education is the place to start from.
Yes.
Mostly what we're trying to accomplish is to give the peace movement greater visibility on the national stage, to let the public, let the country know that there are people out here who care about peace, who are working for peace, who want to have a different kind of dialogue than a belligerent dialogue and want demilitarization to come from the grassroots, trying to build a progressive future, vision of a peaceful and progressive future.
Yeah. And what would be something you would ask somebody who is either too apathetic or they feel too disenfranchised to participate?
Well, I would say that I understand the way they feel, but we have to think about what wonderful gifts we've been given and what we can give back.
Well, hopefully we hope to accomplish, because I'm working with the Revolutionary Communist Party, and what we're hoping for is get the message across to people that we do not need Republicans, Democrats, liberals, the Green Party. We don't need bourgeois capitalism. We need a revolution.
Okay. Well, and what would be somebody who chooses not to get involved with activism?
Well, essentially you got to pose the question of what do they think they're getting out of this? Because essentially if you focus on the interests of the Democrats, it's not for the people at the bottom. And essentially what Barack Obama represents is change, fundamental change that the world really needs. So a lot of people are going for this. But what they need to understand is that this is not change in their interest. It is change in the Democrat, Republican, and capitalist interest to continue the American empire.
Well, I'm a practitioner of Falun Gong, practiced this peaceful Qigong practice for 8.5 years. And we come out to bring awareness about the persecution of the people who do this peaceful practice in China. Since 1999, when the government of China, the Chinese Communist Party, outlawed Falun Gong, it has been severely persecuted. People have been imprisoned, tortured, and killed for doing this very simple but very powerful meditation.